Sit up nice and tall. Check your shoulders by lifting them up and letting them roll back and down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft under your shoulders. The eyes are closed or gazing down. And just begin dropping in, connecting to your breath. Finding your equal inhalation, exhalation, in and out through the nose. And if your mind wanders, focus back on your breath. Remembering ahimsa, adding an intention if that feels right for your practice. And just let your hands come down alongside your body and tense your fingers. See if you can sit up a little taller. And on an inhale, let your arms go up. And on an exhale, just let them go right back down. And just start connecting to your breath, finding that full equal breath. Inhale on the lift. And exhale on the lower. Let's keep cycling through. And the next time your arms go up, keep them there. Pull them down to your heart, bow in, sealing your intention. And then interlace your fingers and stretch it away. Round your back and tuck your chin. And then wait for your inhale, reach high, let your arms relax. And take your hands behind your back. You can interlace your fingers or press into your fingers. You can lift your heart if you're pressing into the floor. If you've interlaced, keep the spine long and lift them up as far as feels good. And drop your hands down and reach them back up. And then on an exhale, let your right hand go to your left knee, twist, look back over the left shoulder. And then inhale, reach high. And exhale, twist to the other side. And then inhale, arms up, hands down, and just take your legs out wide. And just wiggle your toes, shake out your ankles. You can move the flesh of the bottom away. Hands on your shins. And just slide towards the left ankle. Stay here or let that right arm go up and over. And then go ahead, drop that side and go to the other side. Stay here or reach the left arm up. And then go ahead, come back to center, wiggle the shoulders here, hands in front, and walk them away. And then walk them back in. Bottoms of the feet together. Do your little butterfly. Stay here or fold in. And then go ahead, sit back up and make your way to hands and knees, finding your tabletop position. Setting up for your cat-cow tilts. When you're ready, the inhale drops the belly, lifts the head, hold here. Exhale, arch high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just move with your breath, inhaling, sway back, and exhaling, cats. Keep cycling through. You might move at different paces as you listen to your own breath. And then wait for your exhale, return to your flat back. Look over the right shoulder to the right hip, push that right hip forward. And then come around, look to the other side. Come back to center and press it into child's pose. Hips towards the heels, forehead towards the mat. And then just look at your hands, walk both hands to the right side of your mat, walk a little further through the left hand, maybe the left hand stacks on top of the right. And then walk it across to the other side. And then come back to center, shift forward, hands and knees, and take that right leg straight back. Toes on the mat, press through the heel. Find that stretch in your calf. You can hold it steady or add a gentle movement. And then keep that weight forward and lift the right leg, circle the ankle, reverse it. Press through the heel, keep it there, or left arm forward, reach and pull both directions. Keep breathing. Stay here only if it feels good. You can bend the knee, reach back with your left hand, take hold of the foot or ankle, gaze comes forward, shoulder opens. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then stretch it back out. Put your hand down, let your foot cross over the left, look over the left shoulder towards your toes. And then swing it off to the right. Right arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse, keep it straight or start to let it go back. If you like the bind, you can always flip the thumb and reach for the bottom inner thigh. And then bring your hand down. You can stay here, push your hips back. If it doesn't feel good to keep the leg out, make it a child's pose. And then shifting forward, bring the knee in and send the left leg back. Toes on the mat, press through the heel. Hold it steady or gently rock. And then lift the leg and circle the ankle. Reverse. Stay here or right arm forward, reach and pull. Keep it here or bend the knee, reach back with the right hand. If you're grabbing the foot, you can push it away and look forward. Now release and stretch it back out. Put your hand down, let the foot cross over the right, look over the right shoulder towards your toes. And then swing it off to the left side. Left arm up, circle the wrists. Reverse. Keep it straight or start to let it go back. Maybe like the bind. And then bring your hand down and press it back toward that back heel, leg extended or not. And then shift forward. Bring the knee in, tuck your toes, push your hips back. Take a moment to focus on your feet and your toes. And when you're ready, press it up to your first down dog. If you're not down dogging, cat cows are fine. If you're down dog, pedal it out, walk it out, move it around. And then just come to stillness, holding your down dog. And then if your heels are down, we're going to lift the heels as high as we can and then drop both heels over to the left side. Keep pressing through that right hand. Keep pressing through both feet. Should feel a stretch up the outside of that right hip. Now bring it up and just let them go to the other side. And then bring it to center. Shift forward either hands and knees or your plank. And then come all the way down into your belly. We'll take our fingers off our mat, tent the fingers, elbows to the sky, elbows under the wrists, over the wrists, and then roll up like a wave on an inhale and roll down on the exhale. Just moving your spine as high as feels good for you. It might mean very little wave. Some of you might be able to start getting a little length in your arms. Maybe eventually they straighten. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. Squeeze your glutes if you're going up high. The next time we lower down, stay there. Press up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes. And back up to down dog. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, walk your way to rag dog. Any movement that feels good, bend your knees, sway your hips, grab your elbows, shake your head yes and no. And then bend your knees and round it up. Coming all the way up. Once you're at the top, stretch it out. Drop your tailbone, only if it feels good. Add a little back bend. Come up tall, stay here. If it feels okay, interlace your fingers, drop your tailbone, scoop your belly. We're going to take it over to the right side. And then squeeze to come up, and then take it to the other side. And then squeeze to come up. Drop your tailbone again. Maybe add that little back bend again. Come up tall and just drop your hands and fold forward. Stay here or take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, let the arms pull away. And then drop your hands, reach for your toes. On an inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up to standing. Once you're at the top, stretch it out. And then come up tall, hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain at the top of your mat. Surya Namaskara, shoulders back and down, belly in, tailbone drops. On an inhale, arms high. On an exhale, folding forward. On an inhale, press your shins away. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, left foot back. Drop that knee, sink into the left hip flexor and shine your heart open. Remember, you can adjust your hands, knee and ankle stacked in the front. And then wait for an exhale, hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman, hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. Shift the weight forward, both hands to your thigh, right arm stays on the thigh, left arm alongside the ear, stretch it over to the right side, stay there, or the right hand can reach down for a block or the floor. If you can't touch, keep it on the thigh. And then we're bringing both hands down, take it back, hands and knees or down dog, cat cow, or add your flow. And then inhale, left leg high, keep it straight, keep the toes down. Flex the foot on the lifted leg. If your heel's down on the right foot, lift your toes. Now turn the toes out to the side, let the leg go higher. If it feels good, bend the knee and open the hip. And if you need a more of a challenge, you can drop the right elbow, keep the left arm straight. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then straighten arms and legs and step that left foot to the top. Drop the right knee and sink into the right hip flexor. And then wait for your exhale, hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman, make your space. And then shift the weight forward, both hands to your thigh. Left arm on the thigh, right arm up and over, stretch it to the left side. Stay here or left arm down. And then hands down, take it back, hands and knees or down dog, cat cow, or add your flow. And then right leg high, keep it straight, keep the toes down, flex the foot on the lifted leg. And then if your toes, heels are down, lift the left toes, turn the toes to the side, let the leg go higher. If it feels good, bend the knee. If you need a challenge, you're dropping the left elbow. And then straighten arms and legs, step the right foot up. Keep that left hand or fist on the mat or block, right hand on the thigh, twist to look to the right. Keep that right hand pressing down or reach it up. And then bring your hand down. Step up with the left foot and back with the right. Right hand or fist, mat or block, left hand on the thigh, twist to look to the left. Keep it low or reach it up. And then wait for an exhale, take it down. You can step to ragdoll or down dog. You can rest or flow. If you don't like ragdoll, you can make it something else. And if you went to down dog, when you're done, make your way back up to the top of your mat. And then walk both hands to the right side of the right foot. Left hand grabs the calf or ankle, put a bend in the left knee. Stay here, or right arm can reach up. Stay there, or knuckles to sacrum, or reach around and grab that left inner thigh. And then switch sides, right arm across, bend the right knee, left arm low or high, straight or behind the back. Then bring it back to center. And then heel toe your feet, pinky toes near the edges of your mat. Keep it high, or come into a high squat, or drop it down into your low squat. And then when you're ready to exit, you can go through, you can stay here a little longer. You can go through your crow if that's in your practice. Pinky toes together, knees into the armpits. Remember, you have to bend your arms like chaturanga. Otherwise, just make your way back to hands and knees or down dog. Nice. If you want to flow, add your flow when you're done. No rush. Nice. Beautiful. All right, so let's all meet in down dog unless you need a little longer rest, that's fine. And we're gonna lift our left leg up. Okay, so on an exhale, you're gonna bring that knee to the nose, hold it there, and then you're just gonna take that leg under the body straight off to the side. So you can stay here, you're gonna drop that back foot to the side. If it feels okay, your right arm can go up. And then go ahead, drop that hand down and take the right leg back up, or sorry, left leg, and then step the left foot all the way to the top. Go ahead, drop that back knee again. And then hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman. Any full Hanumans in the house, you can always start working there. And then when you're ready, we're shifting the weight back into the front foot. You're going hands and knees or down dog. You're going to cat cow or add that flow. Looks good. And then we're going to lift the right leg up. And we're going to squeeze the knee to the nose. Now we're going to send that leg off to the side. We're trying to get it right up in the middle between the hand and the foot. You're turning that back foot to the side. You can keep both hands down, or you can reach that left arm up. And then drop that hand down. We're sending the right leg back up in the air. And then we're stepping it all the way to the top. Drop the back knee. And then hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman. You have your full Hanuman, go for it. And then we're all shifting the weight back into the right foot. You can go down dog or child's pose. You can cat cow or vinyasa, honor your body, whatever you need. Nice. And then on an inhale, let your left leg lift high. You can bend it and open it here. If you like to flip your dog, you can let that foot touch down off the mat, reach the left arm forward, do the wild thing. Bring that hand down and step the left foot up. So step that back foot up so you can come up easily for a high lunge. Have the left foot at the top of the mat. And then turn that right foot to the side and find warrior two. And breathe. Stay here, or you can lift that front heel, engage that inner thigh, the back of the hip. And then drop the heel and stretch it back, reverse triangle. So left arm back, right arm reaches down the leg. And then drop your left arm, turn your left toes in, fold forward and touch the floor. You can stay right here. If you have another variation you like, you can add movement. You can invert here if that's in your practice. You can stretch your shoulders. We'll do our Skandasana on the other side. So. All right, and let's all just walk our hands out in front, wrists under shoulders, put the right hand under the face, push the floor away, reach the left arm high. We'll be backwards in the studio. And then go ahead, switch and stretch it to the other side. And then drop it down, just turn your left toes back to the front of the mat. We're gonna have both hands on the inside of the front foot. We're gonna drop the back knee. So we're gonna end up in a lizard lunge here. Walk your toes to the left. Stay here, or you can take your left hand, push that left knee away, look over the shoulder. Should get that hip right there, stay there. Only if it doesn't hurt the knee, reach back, take hold of the top of the foot. You can pull it in for a quad stretch. You can push it away for more of a back bend. You can forget it all and keep both hands in front. Another thing that can feel good here is just to kind of tip it a little bit to the right if the leg's extended. And then you can kind of get into that right side a little bit. And go ahead, come back up, take it back. Down dog or child's pose, rest or flow. Nice. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the right leg lift. You can bend it, open it. Those of you that like to flip it, that top foot just touches down behind the left. Right arm goes forward, do the wild thing. And then bring that hand down and step the right foot up. So adjust your feet so you can come up stable for your high lunge. And now you're just going to drop that back heel, open it out, find your warrior two. Remember, torso straight up out of the pelvis, knee tracking over the pinky side. Stay here or lift the right heel. Now drop the heel, reach it back with the right arm, let that left arm stretch away. And then drop your right arm, turn your right toes in, fold forward and touch the floor. So you can stay where you are, or we're going to take our toes out to 1 and 11 o'clock. We're going to bend into the right side, walk our hands to that side. So don't think about going low yet. Stay up high. We're going to do that kind of stealthy warrior. So it's almost like a warrior one pose. Feels okay. We're going to walk both hands forward. Imagine they're going towards 1 or 2 o'clock. And then the head bows. And you should feel a stretch in that right hip. Now you can stay here. It's a little more effort than if it feels good and you're going to stretch if you drop into that squat on the right side. Nice. Variations here. Arms can reach out. You can work on getting that head to the floor. There are binds here. Right knuckle around the shin, left hand behind the back. All right, so when you're ready, we're going to the other side. Walk it up and over. So stop with the thigh parallel and walk the hands out to 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock in that general area. And breathe into that left hip. And again, some of you, this is going to feel the best place to stay. You can walk the hands in closer if you want less effort. And if you like that squat, go ahead, drop it down. Make sure your knee and your toes are pointing in the same direction. Right toes can pop up. Keep breathing. Add what feels good. And then walk it back to center and walk your hands away. Find that wide leg down dog and just wiggle the shoulders. Let the hips respond. And you can stay right here, or you can take the left arm under, grab the calf or shin, pull, look under the right arm. You can also just do our regular twist with the left hand down, the right arm up if this doesn't feel good. And then go ahead, switch sides, right arm under, pull, look to the left. And then bring both hands forward again, just to settle everything out. Just wiggle your shoulders again. And then walk it in, turn your right toes to the top of the mat. And take it back to down dog or child's pose. Rest or flow. Huh? Yeah, gently. It's only 68. Say it again. It's that internal heat. Yeah. All right. And let's all meet at hands and knees and do 2 cat-cow tilts. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. Wait for your exhale, return to your flat back. And then press it up and back, down dog. And walk your way to ragdoll. On an inhale, push your shins away. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up. Once you're at the top, stretch it out. If it feels good, add that little back leg. Come up straight and hands down. Stepping your right foot back. Setting up for pyramid. Hips are close to the front of your mat. Hands can be on the thigh or behind the back. If you have a behind the back practice, you can grab elbows, you can put fists together, you can work on reverse prayer, tops of the fingers together. All right, so wherever you are, lengthen first and then keep that spine long as you reach the head forward. That left hip back, right hip forward. If you get here and you're like, I don't like the hands behind my back, forget them. Reach down the leg or the floor. Keep breathing. If your hands are down the leg, you're going to walk them up, bring them to the waist. If they're behind the back, squeeze the belly, reach the crown of the head forward as you press into both feet. Use your core to come up and then stretch the arms out and up. And then drop your left hand to your left hip. Keep that right arm high, pull back on the left hip and stretch that right arm out and over that front leg. And then let it come down. It's going to go on the shin. Some of you might be able to slide it down to the foot. If you need less of a twist, it's going to go big toe side. If you need more of a twist, it's going to go pinky toe side. You can push into that bottom hand. If that top shoulder starts to stack, it can go high. So pyramid or twisting triangle rather, wherever feels good for you. Your arm went up, bring it back down. We're going to all bring our thumbs below our knee, push the shin away, hands to the waist to stand. Step up with the right foot, shake it out. And step back with the left. Square your hips. Get your arms where you want them. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crown of the head forward, right hip back. Keep breathing. All right, if you're down the leg, walk it up. Otherwise, squeeze your belly, press into the feet, use your core to lift you up. And then stretch your arms out. Bring your right hand to the top of the hip crease, left arm up. Pull back on that right hip. Stretch the left arm out over the front leg. And then it goes down wherever feels good for you. If you have a block, you can also use that. Keep the right hand where it is, or you can start to reach it up. And breathe. Honor your body. Remember, you're never creating pain. And then bring it down. If it went up, everybody thumbs below the knee, push the shin, squeeze the belly, hands to the waist to stand. And come up and shake it out. Find your mountain. And think about what you need. You can stay here with your eyes closed. Or inhale up, exhale, fold. You can stay here in the hamstrings. You can make it a squat if you want to get into the hips and the sides of the legs. If you want to have a vinyasa, go for it. You want to stretch out your hips and do that side thing we did earlier, you can do that. If you went to down dog, make your way back to ragdoll when you're done. And then inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out, drop your tailbone only if it feels good. Add a little back bend. Come up straight and hands to your heart. Drop your arm, find your mountain. And then we're going to balance. So take your left foot, let it take the balance. Focus on the lift. Just take your hands to your waist and lift the right leg up. Focus more on the lift than you are on the foot. All your muscles pulling you up. Stay here or take that left arm over, hold behind that knee, right arm to the back. Stay here. Some of you are going to be able to slide down the side of the foot, grab the pinky toe side, and work on extension. Stay with your breath. If you went out, slide back to the knee, come back to the front. If you want that core, extend and point, squeeze, and lower. Shake out the hips and spread the right toes, lift the left leg. Focus on the lift. Stay here or right arm over, left arm back. Stay there or slide down the shin, go for the foot and work on extension. If you went out, slide back to the knee. Let's all go back to the front. If you're using the core, extend and point and squeeze and lower. Shake it and find your mountain. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Stay here, stretch out your legs any way you want, or you can flow back through that vinyasa. We're going to do one more balance. Nice. Down dogs, meet back in ragdoll, or everybody in ragdoll. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, stretch it out at the top. And come up tall before your hands come down. And left foot balance, right leg back. So if you have knee issues, warrior three can be your option. You can try that other pose again, or we're gonna do our king dancer. Grab the top of the right foot, left arm forward. If balance is your issue, turn to face a wall so you can pivot and touch the wall. And then you can push the foot away and up. There you go. Let's get the stretch. Nice. Beautiful. Come back down and switch. Right foot down, left foot up, or you're going warrior three. Right arm charges you forward, pivot, push the foot away behind you. You can pull it in if you're standing and need bigger quad stretch. You can touch a wall with the right hand if you need a little support. And then hinge back to standing. Drop it and shake it. And find your mountain. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, folding forward. You can stay here. You can have a last squat. If you have a crow, you can go for your crow. When you're done doing what you're doing, maybe you don't want to do anything but child's pose. You can already be there. If you wanted to get a vinyasa in, go for it. Nice. And then wherever you are, let's all meet at hands and knees. And just do 2 cat-cow tilts. No rush if you're doing something else. Return to your flat back and lower all the way onto your belly. Right. So bring your elbows up for Sphinx. And then just take your, we're gonna go, what are we doing? We need to bend the, I think. Yeah, okay. We're gonna bring the left forearm across so it's parallel with the top of the mat. You're gonna bend the right knee. And some of you, that's gonna be your pose. You can flex it and get a little engagement. If it feels okay, you're gonna take your right hand back. You can grab the foot or the ankle. You can pull it away, push it away, or you can pull it in. Now, if you're pretty open in your shoulders, you can take that foot on top of the hand, keep pulling it in until your fingers start to spin forward. Elbow will go up to the sky, just for quad stretch. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. And you might just pull it in and flex the foot, and that might give you what you need too. And then go ahead, release, and then take that right arm across, then the left knee, and you can stay here and just flex the foot. If you have knee issues, it doesn't feel good. Otherwise, left arm back, you can pull it in or push it away. If you're going for that quad stretch, the foot goes on top of the hands, fingertips spin forward as you work towards working that heel to the glute. And breathe. Nice. And then go ahead, release. Just lower all the way down and wiggle out your hips. And then push up to hands and knees and go all the way back to child's pose. Release your spine. Actively push the floor away. And then think about what you need. You can stay where you are, or you can press to down dog. You can hold or flow through your last vinyasa. Nice. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees. Do 2 cat-cow tilts. And turn to your flat back and come on to your bottom. Swing your legs to the front. Right leg stays out. Well, sorry, left leg stays out. Right leg comes in. Keep it or cross it. This leg can stay extended, or you can bend it back, make it a seated twist. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. Hug the knee with the left, look to the right, add the elbow for a little deeper. Anybody's working on side crow, you know your setup here. And then wait for an exhale, unwind to the open side. Come to center and just unwrap your legs. Leave the right leg out, bring the left leg in, keep it or cross it, keep it straight or bend the knee. Hug the knee with the right, look to the left, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Find your full pose. Stay with the breath. There you go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Wait for your exhale, unwind all the way around, look to the other side. Come back to center, unwrap your legs, take them both out, give them a little shake. Keep the left leg out, bring the right leg back up and let it fall open for Janu Shirshasana. Right hand on the knee, belly button over the left thigh. You're welcome to stay right here or inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward, wherever you come to surrender. Maybe your eyes close. Your head can bow. And instead of reaching and pulling to get there, see if you can relax to get there. See if you can relax to go deeper. And then look at your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, come up. Drop your arms, stay here, or put that right hand 6 or 8 inches behind the hip. Left arm up, you're pushing onto the shin and you're stretching that left arm to the back of the room. And then go ahead, sit it down and switch it out. Sorry about that. Let that foot come up. Left hand on the knee, twist over that right thigh. Remember, you can stay here or inhale, reach, and exhale, fold and surrender. And then relax to go deeper. And look at your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, come up. Only if you went down, drop your arms, and then left hand goes behind the hip, right arm up. Push your hips up and over to the side and reach and stretch through that right arm. And then go ahead, sit back down and take both legs out in front. Flex your feet, hands alongside the hips. Dandasana, belly in, inner thighs hug together. Stay here or inhale, reach, and exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana. And then look at your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, come up and drop your arms. If you want socks and sweaters, go ahead and put them on. We're coming on to our back. We're going to get one last hip stretch in. We'll do our figure 4 on our back. So we're going to take the left thigh, wrap it over top, the ankle stay here, push the knee away or hug it up and in. Right arm through, left arm around. Grab the hamstring or the shin. If you want a little deeper stretch, you can tip it gently to the left. If you want more, you can extend that back leg, reach up towards the ankle. You can also do your rock the baby on the back, where you wrap both arms around that leg that's up there and hover the left leg or right leg. My backwards, guys, you know, the one behind. And wherever you went, we're bringing it back in. Drop the heel, the leg that's crossed over, send in the air, flex the foot and slowly let it lower. Once it's down, give a little rock and then arms in a T and take that twist across the body, looking the opposite way. Bring it back up and in, rock it out, and plant your feet. All right, so now we take the other leg and we cross it over. Yep, for in the studio. Yeah, I think you already did that one. Yeah, you already did that one, Colette. Hug it up and in. Only because I know you guys are backwards for me, so you're going to be backwards in the studio. So just think about which way you twisted, and that's the leg, the opposite. Add your thing here, straighten the back leg, rock the baby, or do nothing. And wherever you are, we'll all bring it back in. The leg that's crossed over, we're going to send in the air and we're going to slowly lower it down. And then arms open up and take your twist. Make sure you're twisting the opposite direction than you were looking a minute ago. And then bring it back in, hug it up and in and rock it out. Stay here or bottoms of the feet together, press the knees away. Stay there or both feet up, happy baby, any movement that feels good. If your feet are up, bring them in, knees are wide, pull them together. If it feels okay, hug yourself up. And wait for an exhale and stretch it out. Any movements you need before you rest in Shavasana. Eyes are closed if that's comfortable. And then just imagine a beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As that light pours through your body, it brings warmth and relaxation to the scalp, down through all the features of the face, the neck and shoulders are relaxed. The arms, hands, and fingers. The chest with your heart and lungs, the abdomen with your organs, the upper, middle, and lower back are relaxed. Hips, pelvis, buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, and shins. The ankles, the feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments just to be. How do you know if what you decide to do is the right thing? It is very simple. The right thing will not affect your health and happiness. That is all. Anything that would affect your physical and mental peace, your health and happiness, are wrong. Anything. This might bring the question, suppose I want to help someone who is in trouble and that affects me. Should I do it or not? If you are joyfully serving someone, even going through some pain, doesn't affect you. You are still happy. You are simply using a little of your energy to help someone. You can't call that unhappiness. Sometimes when you help somebody, you might feel depressed. Why is that? That is because you had expectations. I'm helping that person. The person should accept my help and get the benefit. When you don't see that person getting the benefit you expected, you get upset. That means it was not a selfless act. It was a selfish act. I did something and I want a result. That doesn't mean there shouldn't be positive thoughts behind your actions. Certainly, send your prayers, think about the welfare of the person. The difference is this: you want him or her to be happy, of course, but you do not demand it. You are not attached to the outcome. In simple words, I would say an action without selfish expectation is the right action. Such an action will never disturb your mind or body. So bring the awareness back to your breath. Deepen your breath. Let it fill your body. And bring your movements to fingers and toes, to hands and feet, to arms and legs until you're ready for a big stretch. And if it feels good, hug your knees up one last time. And then gently, carefully make your way to your favorite side for a few resting breaths. And in your own time, in your own way, when you're ready, make your way up to your comfortable seat, and we'll close our practice. And find your tall spine, and find your breath. Remember your peace and share your light. Hands to the heart, bow in, give gratitude, look for the joy. Namaste.